Hey guys, it's Eric James with Active Bodies. Welcome to the second episode in this series using a suspension trainer and resistance bands in order to do your workouts at home. Today's episode is going to focus on lower body, which means we're going to hit the quads, hamstrings, and glutes. Now the equipment that we use comes from TRX for the suspension trainer, and the resistance bands are purchased from a company called Power Systems. Now, we don't have any affiliation with either of these companies, especially for this workout series. They're just suggestions, and the links to both companies are in the description below. So, let's go ahead and get started. The 4 exercises we're going to do today are a TRX assisted squat, a lunge pulse using a resistance band. Next will be a suspension hip bridge using the TRX. Then we'll finish off doing a standing crab walk using a resistance band. So those are the exercises for today. Let's do it to it. First one up is a TRX assisted squat. Place your hands on the handles facing the doorway, separate your feet shoulder width apart, and you're going to do a trust fall, hoping that the TRX holds you up. Now if it did, great. Now we can do the squat. Again, keep your feet separated about shoulder width apart. Drop your hips down and backward as you go down toward the back of your heels. We're looking for a deep knee bend here. You've got the trainer to assist you so that you can go lower and increase the range of motion. Push through your heels as you come back up. Repeat for reps. Now if you want to amp up the challenge, extend the length of the strap, walk your feet forward, lean back, do your trust fall, and then do your squat, dropping your hips down to the back of the heels, being sure to push firmly through the heels as you come back up with force. Repeat this for reps. TRX suspension trainer is a great way to improve your strength levels through a big range of motion. We're trying to increase the depth that you go down to the floor as you do your squat. The lower you go, the more muscles you have to activate in order to push back up. On your way down, you're going to hit a lot of quads. The deeper you go, once you get hips below knee, you start activating more hamstrings and more glutes in order to initiate the movement on the way back up. That's what we want to try and do eventually without the TRX suspension trainer. So this is a great exercise to get you moving in the right direction. The lunge pulse is a great exercise for hitting the quads. This is a unilateral exercise, so you're going to need to be in a split stance. You're going to place your weak foot forward, and then you're going to place your resistance band underneath the arch of your shoe of that front foot. Pull the band back tight, make sure you've got resistance from the very start, and as you lower your hips down and come back up, you're going to be going against that extra resistance. You're going to start to really feel the quads start to burn as you start increasing in the number of reps with this exercise. Make sure your back foot is back far enough so that when you drop your hips, your front knee goes to a 90-degree angle. Press through that front heel, drive those hips up, the knee will extend, you'll feel the quadriceps burn with each rep, especially with that resistance holding onto that band. So make sure you keep that band tight as you're doing this exercise. The suspended hip bridge is a great exercise for hitting the hamstrings and the glutes, as long as you go through the full range of motion. I think the hardest part for this exercise, though, might be getting your feet into the straps. So that said, what you want to do is lower the straps so that they drop just below knee level. You're going to lie on your back, place your heels into the strap, scoot your bottom all the way to the door, and then pull your knees back. From there, point your toes towards your knees. We want to make sure that your calves, although they'll be a stabilizer in this exercise, we want to avoid them cramping as you do this exercise. So make sure the back of your heel is firm into that strap, and that's what you're going to use to press down and then thrust your pelvis up toward the ceiling. Now as you do this exercise, you're going to initiate the movement using your hamstrings. You're going to finish off the movement by extending your hips and hitting your glutes. Make sure you get a good squeeze on your glutes on every rep. That's how we're going to hit both muscles with this exercise. So make sure you go through the full range of motion. The last exercise in this episode is a standing crab walk using a resistance band. Now this is a great exercise for developing the glute medius. Now for those of you who want to develop a better booty, this is just another added component that helps develop the glutes. More importantly, this is a great exercise for stabilizing the hip joint, especially for you runners and hikers, to minimize risk of injury to your knee that might develop as a compensatory mechanism that would be associated with something like a iliotibial band syndrome. But enough on that, we can do another video about that later. So for this exercise, place your feet on the band, hip width apart, pull the handles and crisscross them as you pull up to the outside of your hip bones. From here, you're going to lean forward into what we call a waiter's bow so that we put your pelvis into an anterior pelvic tilt. You're going to sidestep from hip width to shoulder width and back, repeating this motion. Now it's important to note that as you do this exercise, make sure that you're leading that lateral movement with your outside of your heel, almost as if you've got your heels pointed out and your toes pointed in, kind of like pigeon-toed. Making sure that we target your glute medius when we do this exercise. Repeat this for reps, and let me tell you, this is going to burn. So these are 4 lower body exercises you can do at home using your suspension trainer and resistance bands. So let's put them into a workout. The first exercise is going to be the assisted squat. You're going to shoot for 25 reps at the steepest angle that you can handle. You're going to wait 60 seconds and you're going to repeat. Again, shoot for as many reps as you can, up to 25. 60 seconds of rest after each set. The next 3 exercises we're going to do as a circuit. So we're going to do the pulse on the weak side, then the strong side for 15 reps. Then you're going to hustle over and do your bridge, 15 reps. Then you're going to stand up, place the band around your feet, do your crab walk, 15 reps in each direction. You wait 60 seconds and you repeat. You're going to do 4 rounds of that circuit. 60 seconds rest at the very end, and then you're going to do a finisher doing 1 more set of 25 squats at the steepest angle that you can handle. So those are the 4 exercises in episode 2 to target the lower body using your suspension trainer and resistance bands. If you found this information helpful, please like and share with all of your friends. I greatly appreciate it. And if you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer them. Feel free to comment down below or send me a private message. In the meantime, have yourselves a great day. I look forward to seeing you at the next episode. Have a good one, guys.